Everybody, welcome to Visual Communication and Media. My name is Adam Rozeski. It's a pleasure to see each and every one of you. I hope everybody's having a great week. Welcome to the fall term of your first term for this week. And I'm really excited to have you all here for the next 5.5 weeks. So you're okay. You do not have to call me Mr. Mrozeski or Professor Mrozeski. You can just call me Adam. We're all adults here. But you're probably looking at this and you're probably wondering, why am I taking this class and why do I need to worry about visual communication in more ways than one? Because I speak visually. I know how to do signs and everything. I understand what it is. But you'll be surprised enough, in any industry, you're going to have to use visuals in more ways than one. And this could come down to maybe just a document, maybe some type of imagery, maybe you're creating some type of chart system if you are a nurse. Maybe if you're a designer, you need to understand visuals to communicate with your users much better. Or maybe if you are going into criminal justice, you need to understand codes and systems for you to really go through this. Visuals are used every day, either in some type of word, image, or number system that's combined together to create some type of complex message. And that's what I'm here this week for the next few weeks to teach you, is the fact that visuals are used in any industry, and there's reasons as to why, and specifically based upon the audience that's viewing them. And I'm going to go into it in detail, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of good discussions and go through it and really understand the types of images and what type of messages and responses that they're supposed to gather from those. And there's a lot of different techniques that go around it. So just to give you all a heads up, my name is Adam Rozeski. You just call me Adam for short. Just a little background about myself. I started all sorts of odd jobs after I went to Penn State and got my associates in mechanical engineering. I used to play hockey up there, but then I tore my knee out before I got to Division I as a goalie. But then I was a big gamer. I played a lot of competitive games like Gran Turismo, had my own driving setup. I played Star Wars Battlefront 2 when LucasArts owned them. Multiple MMOs. I was a big MMO gamer. I think I probably put 4 years of my life into MMOs, unfortunately. However, I wanted to learn how to build video games. I got fascinated because I wanted to be part of the industry somehow. So I went to UCF in Full Sail, got my bachelor's in entertainment business, then I double mastered in project management and game design. Worked for all sorts of game companies like GP Games, Activision, EA as a producer and an analyst. Started off as a QA analyst. Worked my way up as a software producer and a project manager. Then I ended up working for Universal and then worked for Wason, Gearbox, Mass Effect, or Mass Virtual. I bounced around. I've worked on over 40, actually it's probably like 50 games in my career and about 30 military projects. So I've been around. But we'll get into more of the details in lecture this week, but we'll talk about lecture in a second. But I have two types of main assignments. They're discussions and written assignments. Initial posts are always due on Tuesday. Reply posts are due Saturday, no matter what. Final day of the week is November 11th, so you need to make sure you have everything turned in by the 11th. Now, do keep in mind with discussions, I ask for a little bit of things. I don't like just the one sentence reply and everything, so I do ask for 2 paragraphs for each post with about 4 sentences minimum. So because we have a lot of analytical posts and we have to give feedback for everywhere it's done, so you need to make sure that you back up your answers with reasons and examples. So I look for at least a minimum of 2 paragraphs for each post. You should have 4 paragraphs if you include your initial post and your reply post. Now, keep in mind, week 1, I'm a little lenient on everything. You can turn in all your discussion posts on Saturday. That'll work fine for your initial and reply posts. But you got to keep in mind in the fact that once week 2 hits, initial posts are Tuesday, reply posts are Saturday, no matter what. And except for week 6, I think everything's turned in on... They're all turned in on Tuesday, if I remember correct. Now, written assignments, same deal. Every time they're always due on Sunday, except for the last week, which is on Tuesday, which is November 11th. And they're going to put you in scenarios that you're going to have to figure out how to analyze visuals, and that's what really goes down to it. Now, lectures are always on Monday each week. They're going to take place 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, except for week 1. Week 1 will be on Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern. And week 6 will be Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern on week 5, that last Sunday right there. That way you have at least 2 days to kind of play with the lecture materials, so it's not a big deal. But it's okay. I know people have jobs and other things that go on and everything. I get it. I would like to see everybody for lecture. That would be awesome. However, if you can, I understand. What happens if you miss a lecture? Don't worry, I always post the recordings right after a lecture, so that way you can take a look at the recordings and go through there so you can record your live lecture. Now keep in mind, my live lectures are pass-fail. They must be completed on that Sunday or that last day of the week. in order to do that because it's tied to attendance. If you do not get it in, you need to contact me immediately to let me know I'm going to be missing, I can't make it or something, or I'm having family emergencies or anything. Please let me know so that way I can give you credit. If you don't, and you don't let me know about that stuff, I'm going to automatically fail you. There's no lates with that. You need to have that turned in because it's tied to your attendance. So please make sure that's done properly, and I'll show you how to do your live lectures on Wednesday this week when we go through lecture, and that would be awesome. Other than that, just for class expectations, late assignments are always 5% of the grade late. Now, first week I'm a little lenient, but the next weeks after that, you got to make sure you turn it in or I take 5% off. So just keep that in mind. Another big thing is I want y'all to be thorough on your discussion posts. Don't please give me 1 sentence, 2 sentence answers. Give me at least 2 paragraphs apiece with 4 sentences in each paragraph. Be thorough on your discussions because we give a lot of feedback to our fellow students and everything so they can help them out. So please make sure that you do that. And the only other thing is just have some fun, and I hope you discover something that you never anticipated because this class was probably unexpected and you probably weren't thinking about taking this class. But it's going to help you out in more ways than one, and I promise you by knowing this information, when you're building something for no matter what industry you're in, it's definitely going to be eye-opening for sure. Other than that, be safe, have fun, enjoy. I hope everybody has a great week. I'm excited to see everybody for Wednesday. Other than that, take it easy and be safe. Bye-bye.